We are almost at the finish line, people.
Almost.
This is Season 2, Episode 19. O Titan, where art thou? So, Brock, I throw it to you. Things you noticed, things you liked about this episode?
I noticed that I'd forgotten where we were when this episode started. I'm noticing that that the thing that I was hoping was going to happen is finally happening, where everyone's going, oh wait, maybe the ever powerful, really evil person might be doing ever powerful and really evil things. Maybe this guy's actually a psycho.
Yep, this is at least by the end of the episode, it is we're putting together a team and things are finally happening. But before we get there, Misao, how'd you feel revisiting King and Steve going on their own adventure?
Oh, I forgot how much I love Steve because of this episode. King needed it. King needed a Steve.
Yeah,
We all need a
he
Steve
needed,
in life.
everyone needs a Steve, yes. But he just needed some time before the craziness starts to just kick back and be normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is true. And that, I don't want to say Lilith has a real, I don't know, worship or inferiority complex.
Oh, yeah, no, it's she needs therapy.
I think she's a really good therapist.
It is always funny whenever they really ramp up like Lilith's like nerdy and obsessive tendencies to comedic effect.
Yes.
Do you know about any of this when you were in charge? I'm beginning to think I was very bad at my job.
And of course, this episode has my favorite line. Maybe if we had time for 20 more adventures, but we don't.
This reminds me of, oh god, Mike, you probably would have been the only one that watched this. Did either of you watch the old Mighty Ducks cartoon?
Yeah.
Where they were actual anthropomorphic ducks? They had to have known halfway through that series that it was getting canceled. And it just stops on a random one-off episode. It's not even close to like a season finale or nothing. It's abrupt and it cuts hard. And there's a line where Wild Wing is like on a thing captured and he's hanging. And the line he gives is, wow, I got captured 2 episodes in a row. That's not going to do well for my standings with the Watchers. There was multiple lines where they just point blank talk to the viewer, like no hesitation. What the fuck?
Gotta love when they just nudge at the fourth wall like that.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Pain is an illusion that really, really hurts. Back when Brendan Fraser, no, was that Brendan Fraser? Yeah, Brendan Fraser got to do some voice acting for Disney, and it was awesome.
He is so good. But yeah, the meat of this episode is Luce and Ida going on one last adventure to rescue Francois from contraband.
Oh, that was Brad Garrett. I'm a moron. I had the totally wrong name, but yeah, they get to go back and get Francois.
Because of course, King needs his buddy.
Of course, King needs his friend.
And this is where everything starts to unravel.
Yeah, because then you finally get to start to realize that there really isn't a plan. It's kind of hard to tell the teenager that there isn't a plan.
Yeah, because the adults in the room need to put on a brave face and be like, yeah, of course we know what we're doing. When behind closed doors, like, we don't know what we're doing. We're screwed.
No one does.
No one does. Not at all.
And that's the truth. Nobody knows what they're doing until until they just make it up as they go along.
Mm-hmm.
It's a story of growing up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then that ultimately leads to the reveal of the team.
Cats. It's all come full circle.
It really does. The whole breaking into the Confortorium, messing with the guards. I still have nightmares from that tea party.
Good God.
Don't blame him.
So much easier without that bird thing being there. God.
So what do you think of Darius now being fully a good guy after his initial appearance?
I like that he was a person that immediately was easy to pick up on bullshit. I was just like before. I
Yeah.
was just going to drop you guys off back at Hexside. He just doesn't give away his. He's harder for the kids to read than most because he doesn't do the obvious. I'm going to help you. No, I'm going to make it look like I am not helping you, so it doesn't get given away. Just shut up.
Yeah. And he does not like the name for the group.
No, of course not.
I did not agree to this. But you would have the nerdy bard coming up with a name that the classical jock type character would not like.
Of course. There really isn't a whole lot to talk about with this episode, only because this is, and it's kind of obvious by the fact that for the first time in a while they play the full opening sequence. Mm-hmm. This is meant to be the calm before the storm.
Yes.
Because for the next 2 episodes, stuff gets real.
Yep, because we got a little tease in the beginning of the episode. King was dreaming.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I heard the collector.
Yeah.
He's almost free. The collector's saying he's almost free.
Mm-hmm. Lucy's got her palace wood.
Yep. Before we close out this review, any sort of 11th hour predictions you have for how season 2 is going to end?
Not really. I think I've said what I've needed to say more than enough times, and I'm not changing, so...
Fair enough. So yeah, 2 more episodes of season 2, and then we have the 3
season
44-minute specials that constitute a 3rd season, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. For now, Misao, where can everyone find you online?
You can find me on Twitter or Blue Sky at Kilo028.
And Brock?
You can find me everywhere at Organoid0.
And you guys can find me on various social media sites at CaptainK42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Blue Sky at Ren Pop Culture. You can also find us on YouTube, on Podchaser. Consider supporting our Patreon at patreon.com/Renegade Pop Culture. Listen to all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we. And until next time,
Bye!